on the front foot. We probably could have scored with that first set piece with Finn. Then we conceded the 2 goals. Well, the first 2 goals were, they counted the counter, so we've gone up to one and we should have scored, and they've come back and scored from that. And the second goal is pretty much similar again, where we put a delivery in and we missed the header, and they go and counter that and they score from that. And after that, obviously, we're chasing the game and we need to go, which opened up a few more holes for transition, and they capitalised on that. So look, disappointed at the end, but very happy with the support that the boys got. Look, we've got a few more games to go. We've got another game up in Auckland, and we've got a good long week ahead of us to prepare for that one. I think this was our 7th game in 23 days, so it does take a toll on the players.
Do you feel like the players just didn't quite get up to the atmosphere or for the occasion?
No, I thought they were up for it. I thought the first 20, 25 minutes or until we conceded, I thought the boys were very positive. I think we kept them parked into their half. It just didn't capitalise on the opportunities that we created, and goals change games, and I think they scored at a good time when against the run of play, which probably deflated the boys a little bit. And look, there's still a lot of expectation coming back home, playing in front of a big crowd to lift and get something out in the second half. So we changed it up a little bit to get an extra number up the park and to put a bit more pressure on the opposition. And we could have capitalised, we didn't, and they capitalised on our errors.
How much of a turning point was that opening goal? Because it seemed like you had a really promising start, created a chance in the first few seconds.
Yeah, look, I think that's what deflated the players. Obviously, having that much pressure on Central Coast and not capitalising, and from there they come and score a goal from nothing. To be honest, like I said, it was a counter, which they did well and they scored from. I think that was very deflating for the players, and like I said, we changed it in the second half to get a bit more pressure on the ball because we needed to score a goal, and we should have scored, and we conceded a goal from where we should have scored again.
Yeah, some of the fans still gave the team a standing ovation at the end. Is it disappointing though as a coach to, after all this wait, to come back and it ends in a defeat like that?
Yeah, it's disappointing. It's, for me, the crowd, the supporters are very important to us in the game itself, and it's nice that they still applauded the boys for, I think it's the effort and energy they've put in so far this season. So, we miss them dearly. It was great to come back at home and play a game. Disappointed with the outcome.
Finals are still in your hands, in your destiny. Is that the sort of message you're heading across to the team over the next 7 days where you go in?
Yeah, look, we're still in a good spot with where we're sitting at the moment. So it's a loss. It's a loss that we didn't want, but at the end of the day, we're still in a great position to move forward. We'll have a good week's build-up leading into the game in Auckland against Western Sydney, which will give players time to recover and a possibility for me to actually do some sessions and do some tactical sessions where we can work on a few things to improve what we need to do.
The killer stat we heard on the broadcast in Racing Time was the 9th time you conceded first and all 9 times you've lost the game. What does that sort of say about the side?
It says that we have a few players injured to change the game at the moment.
And that's the biggest reason for the scoreline.
Well, if you have a look at our bench today, it's a very young side. It's a very young bench that we've brought up from the academy. And and I'm not saying this in a bad way, no disrespect to those players, but we lack the depth of players that can come on and maybe change the game for us.
Okay, that's today's loss, but the other range, the fact that you can't seem to overturn the early deficit.
Yeah, look, we try to change things, and you've got to understand then the opposition, they might change what they're doing and pick their moments of when they're attacking. And look, when you're down, you're chasing the game, you have to break down opponents and find moments where we can capitalise on it. It's been one of those seasons. I think we've only drawn 3 games this season, so we either win or lose at the moment with the current crop that we have. But look, it's all learning. We've got some good young talented players coming through. It's all learning moments for them. It's harsh learning moments, but at the end of the day, they'll grow from it, and we continue.
In terms of fatigue, from a coaching level, can you counter that fatigue in any way, apart from, I guess, have more time between games?
Yeah, look, there's space in between games. The boys played the game against Perth, and they had a recovery session the day after, and then one day was spent on travelling to New Zealand, and we had one day on the park to get the boys tactically ready of what we were going to do. So obviously the spacing in between games and having a few injuries doesn't help when we can't rotate players. So the boys had to back it up for most part of the last 7 games. Look, the scheduling is what it is. I can't change that. We just got to do our best in between to make sure they're feeling fresh enough to go again.
So you're hoping a lot of those injured guys will be back next
A lot of those injured guys, when you say Hoops, possibly not. Obviously, Rufuk and Clayton not. We possibly might get Josh Laws back for the game in Auckland.
And Sam Sutton?
And Sam Sutton, if he's feeling good enough, because once he flies into Auckland, we'll see how he is. Obviously, he's had a week off as well, and we asked that from the last game with Jimmy. Didn't expect him to play 90 minutes, but he had to step up and he got through it.
So talk us through the next 7 days. Do you stay here for 5 days and fly on Saturday?
We fly out on Tuesday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we fly out on Tuesday and go up to Auckland. The boys will have a day off because we got a few boys, obviously from Auckland. Time to see their family and friends. Be good for them to catch up. It's been a while for them to see their family and friends, so they get that opportunity there, and then we'll have a good 3-day lead-in for the game on Sunday.
The positions from, I think, 3 to 8 is pretty congested at the moment. Are you concerned with the goal difference that the team's got now after another?
Yeah, the goal difference will come into play if we end up on the same points with the teams either below us. So, look, the main thing is that we win our games. I think if we win our games and get the required points, the goal difference may not hurt us.
Do you see that goal difference as a bit of a furphy? Because often, your team sort of stroll out trying to overturn deficits and then to indicate on that?
Yeah, look, sometimes this is where we have a young group where we need to be a little bit smarter. There are times within the game when you're 2-0 down or you're 3-0 down that you recognise that you're not going to get really anything out of the game, and that comes with experience. So what you're really only stopping is that, you know what, we're not really going to get anything out of this game, so we just finish to kill the game off at 3-0 and we don't concede another 2 more goals. And that's something when you have young players and a lot of energy and they think they can still come back from 3-0 and they still go forward and still open up spaces to go. Look, this game was different. We're playing at home in front of our own fans. For me, even on the sideline, I was happy for us to score a goal for the supporters that have come out today, for something for them to celebrate at the end of the day. But it's all learning where sometimes when you're not going to get something out of the game, it's just about stopping those moments where if it's 2-3-0, you kill the game at 2-3-0.
What do you think of the streaker?
For me, look, we kicked off at a time where we could get a lot of families out here and a lot of kids. I don't think we need that type of stuff.